Hello, hello, hello. Audible? Hello, hello, hello. One minute. त्याच्यातला डिस्कनेक्ट केलं का
Valid, very true.
म्यूट आवाज येतोय? आवाज येतोय का?
हॅलो. करायचं start. Hello. So, good morning, judges. Myself, Divesh Mali. She is Preksha Sonone. This is Vinith Shirsagar, and that is Mayank Suryavanshi. And today we are going to present you a very interesting idea. It is very real life and relatable problem which we face every day in our life. And yeah, I'm very excited to present it. Preksha will introduce you all to the problem statement.
So every day there is a situation. Strangers are need to contact with each other. Imagine you park your car in mall in a parking lot and it accidentally block another vehicle and person who does not know how to contact with this owner. Second condition was you find the lost pet wandering in the public place and you have to no idea how to contact with this owner. Third example was you spot the bag, wallets, phone left behind the public place and you have to know don't know how to contact with this.
And contacting strangers is not a easy thing in public because in India we have a lot of population and public places are filled with crowd. So how can one easily connect to a stranger? So we have Digi Pehchan. We will provide a QR to each user which they can get. It can either be a physical or a digital QR. So for a scenario, I'll just give an example. I'm in a parking lot. My car has been blocked by someone else, so I can't get out. And to reach out to that person, either I have to reach out to the security of the mall parking lot, but that just will take a lot of time. But what if there is a QR on his car that says that contact me if any need? So I'll just scan the QR and let him know what the issue. So we have three options for it. We can SMS him, we can call him, voice call, or a video call as well if required. And one thing here important is speaking to a stranger anyhow. We can SMS, voice, or video. Here the important thing is security of the users because calling someone will reveal their mobile number, their contact info, or any private details. So what we are using here for security is call masking. Even if I call someone, my number or that particular person number will not be revealed. And we are also using Zero Cloud for video calling service. Here as well, only the current station will be active, else no other detail will be shared between the users. So here let's get into why our platform is different from others. If there are some existing platforms, why someone uses our platform? So main feature is our privacy. So why will anyone like to share their personal details with anyone else? So while for marketing, we are solving that issue. And second one is damage can multiple ways. So we are focusing not for the individuals, we are focusing for other things too. Like you can use that tag for paid packages or multiple like big event. In also we can solve this issue by Puma will also we can do that. And it is a cross platform. Like we are doing this at web, Android and iOS. So it will be easy for every kind of user to handle it. And as we know, it is a multi users like B2B and B2C also. Now we will talk about the revenue stream of how this will be work. It will be a subscription based models. First, when the user buys the QR, there are two options: physical and digital. The physical QR will be costing will be 400 rupees per QR, and digital costing will be 100 rupees per QR. And that will be the first initial payment the user does, and after that we will be cost charging him 49 rupees per month. So
They purchase all QR codes. Then it sums up to around 15 to 20 lakh people. And out of that as well, as I told you, there are two plans. One is physical QR code that we are selling, and one is digital QR code. Each is priced 400 rupees and 100 rupees. Out of that as well, if we consider that most of the people, 95% of the people, only purchase our digital QR code, that is priced rupees 100. So in short, if we calculate, take very practical numbers into consideration, they will generate a revenue of around 17.8 to CR. Just this is just one-time revenue. Apart from that, I haven't taken calculation into your recurring revenue. We do also have app if you want. It is live. It is live and fully functional, working as well.
No, I think once we just question, have some questions,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
And then back.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, sir, the app is ready. Yeah, that's why we have used like almost. That's why initially we only targeted vehicles. Yes, sir. It's better for mobile application.
we wanted to cross platform features, so we have went with Flutter, so it is both compatible with Android as well as.
Yes, sir. That is used for coding the app in Flutter. Apart from that, the website is built in Next.js, so TypeScript is used to work.
What measures have you implemented for potential data leaks?
We have used AWS Cloud. We are using Amazon S3 bucket for securely storing the user data.
And what about splitting?
Uh,
Spoofing.
Um,
I mean, when we split, for example, we gave us the numbers.
yes.
Some vehicles may have the QR code, some may won't. How does this resolve the issue?
That's why we have implemented this solution. So when the user will stick the QR code, it will be convenient for them so that anyone else can contact it.
What if the use this, as I said, there'll be one part of the population who not QR codes. How do you connect with the technology?
You are already available somewhere, and someone else wants to scan, it's easy. We can do our scan on the QR or using the app. So when we do it through the app, we get easy access to if you want to call SMS or video call that particular person, or when it's done through web or some other QR scanning platforms, then basically it's SMS and voice call.
So right now, without this app, when you have to connect with one vehicle owner, how do you do that?
You can scan it without this app.
Without this app, without the QR.
There's no way like we have to contact the security person.
There's a government site. You put the car number and you get the owner's details.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but we don't get phone number.
draw contact with that particular person.
Yeah, we can't contact.
We have used the same API for that. There is API club. From then we have the RTO API, which provides us the user details, but there's the difference. And what is the contact numbers, etc. are provided to
Here in the search bar, we can type the vehicle number as well. If there's no QR code available, we can type the vehicle number. We can search it and we'll get the owner details. Okay.
But the QR code is mandatory.
Yeah, QR code is mandatory in order to make the communication via call, must be like via video call or audio call or via chat.
A small solution.
Yes.
See, this QR concept is good because you are not revealing the identity of the owner. For now, there is a segment of the vehicle. There is a same idea. The person that अभी तो very problem नहीं है. But if you can promote this कि इनकेस गाड़ी का कभी accident हो गया, when the mobile is accessible because identification fingerprint है, तो even a third person can help.
Yes.
See, you have to mask the problem क्या होता है कि people have their own ideas कि like I am in security system. So बोलते थे कि 25 साल हो गए मेरे घर से जूता भी नहीं चोरी होती. And still we survived for 35 years. So we started presenting the problem differently.
Yes.
Okay, so what I suggest, if you are really going beyond this, suggest people कि आपके vehicle इसमें लगाना है कि अगर कहीं आपकी गाड़ी में problem में आ गए तो people won't be able to access you are unconscious. ठीक है, तो फिर scan करके आपके इसमें यानी you can contact या जो भी possibility है ये data, emergency contact numbers, blood group, all this data can be given in that scan.
Yes.
We can start using this concept. See, marketing and communication is a very important tool. You are bringing something to the market.
Yes.
Okay. So they will start giving problems. तो उसके लिए तुम्हारे solutions होंगे.
Yes.
Suddenly stuck में कि ऐसे तुम बोलोगे कि मुझे तुम्हारी गाड़ी जो एग्जांपल जो तुमने यहाँ मॉल में से देख लेंगे अभी मैं देखा तो मुझे वो इसके लिए प्रॉब्लम. But उसकी जो प्रॉब्लम है you have to hit him where it hurts.
Yes.
अभी वो हर्ट नहीं है क्योंकि दूसरे की गाड़ी ब्लॉक कर रहे हैं और तुमको बुला रहे हैं. ठीक है, और उसकी प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि उसमें उसको प्रॉब्लम हो गया तो आपको हेल्प मिलनी चाहिए. That is what you have to do. Science is best. It's very good.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Even in Kumbh Mela, it will be very, very difficult because lost and found is serious also.
People आवाज के लिए मुलांच्या कंपल्सरी काय याच्यात
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. The healthcare industry is excelling and flourishing due to many tech innovations and new inventions happening every day. But the basic problems we identified were 50%, 57% of the rural population is not getting proper access to good healthcare support. And the second problem is almost every common man in urban area requires at least 24 days appointment time to visit any doctor. And then about the mental health part, 68% of the population is suffering from basic mental health problems like stress management or anxiety. And apart from this, many people, almost 42% of the population, thinks that healthcare today is kind of unaffordable or is very expensive, so they avoid diagnosis. And due to all these issues, the delay or the inaffordability or the ignorance can lead to very life-threatening consequences in the future. So we've come up with AI Health Buddy, which will be affordable for everyone and anyone.
So first of all, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. So basically, we know that nowadays, in tier two, tier three, and in rural areas, there is a shortage of good doctors. Not good doctors, but there is a shortage of that kind of services which people needs. So that's why we are providing an AI healthcare platform which is provided four services. So like first service is basically we are providing a AI health chatbot. Basically that AI health chatbot was trained on official government's data and right now anybody who have any kind of a problem regarding to their health, so they can easily ask to our chatbot and our chatbot will be give them a proper response as well as a proper prescription on the basis of their problems. As well as the second thing, we are providing a mental wellness support because nowadays in day-to-day life, there is a lot of people who are suffering from anxieties, depression, and the other things. So that's why we are providing a mental wellness which can people use for increases their daily motivation as well as relieving their stress and the other things. And the third one is we are providing a doctor connection. Like you know that in rural areas there is a shortage of doctors, so people are not able to connect with doctors, and they are not able to get a treatment from them. So that's why we are connecting a real time doctors throughout our platform, so they can easily connect with doctors and get the real time things. And in the fourth one, we are providing a NGO hub. So basically, in NGO hubs, you know that in rural areas, in other things, people have a like lot of kind of diseases, but they are not financially stable. So that's why they need some kind of amount. So like in our platform, they can submit a health request, what kind of disease they have and which like how much amount they need. So they can submit their request on our platform. And the people who wants to help them, they can also donate some kind of amount. They can also submit their request, and on the basis of their request, we can analyze their request, and then we will type them throughout that process. As well as we are also providing a volunteering system. In the volunteering system, people who wants to serve their services in terms of the people who wants to start and blood donation camp. So they can also arrange on our platform, and they can also place that things on our platform, and they can arrange that thing throughout that. So that's basic how our model looks like. And in that, then this time. So in that we use that kind of text stack. So in front end we are use a React JS, Tailwind CSS and Framework Motion. This is the parts of our front end. In back end we are using Supabase and Firebase for storing a user's data as well as storing a real-time chatbot history and the other things. In AI components we use a chatbot, Rasa, IBM, Watson. These are the APIs we are using for fetching a data from the real-time information and real-time data source. As well as API and integration, we use a WebSpeech, Willow, and Zoom and WebRTC. WebSpeech we are using for user can get an input they can give an input to the our chatbot. But right now the way WebSpeech is not included, we are integrating soon. So that's the basic thing. And in hosting we are using a Vercel and Railway. Vercel for front end and Railway for back end. So that's how our tech stack is looking like. And the other next thing impact and feature scope, Mohit will be talk.
So in future scope, we are planning to design uh, blockchain. So make your users data more secure. Then we are also working on advanced machine learning. Make your user experience more better. Better. Then we are also working to integrate this chatbot in your IoT device like Apple Watch Ultra, the brand used by athletes like. So they are the next over.
So here AI Health Buddy, we are integrated chatbot which not only focuses on Q&A, but it also focuses on consultancy, doctor consultancy. It focuses on accessible prescription. Because we believe that AI Health Buddy believes that healthcare from hospital should be going hand in hand. Thank you.
Usually, any individual these days, the first approach is Google. How do we make your business stand? How do we make your app stand?
Yeah. So you know that the Google is the people who are writing a blogs on the basis of the healthcare and other things, obviously. And Google ranks that particular blogs in terms of SEO, and then Google find out something information from that blogs, and then he will appear on the search box. But we are like training our chatbot on the basis of personalized data, so people can personalize our chatbot with that particular like issues. Like for example, any user have any kind of issue, so he can get personalized things throughout our everybody.
So when you say that you get personalized data, the validation of the package, what are your sources?
Like there is some official sites of government, so we are fetching a data from that particular sites, and as well as in future we will be integrate that data from the experts like who have a good knowledge in the healthcare sectors as well as the other peoples. So that's how we will fetch that data.
What would be your biggest roadblock?
like see, we are not our main motto is not to make money through that platform. Like you know that like so the thing is like this is not a SaaS model, and we can also convert that particular platform into the SaaS model. So in B2B businesses, like we can sell a SaaS model directly to them. For example, like there is a big hospitals who need that kind of AI chatbots. Why? Because it's a SaaS thing, like software as a service. So they can serve that particular platform as their own platform. So they can change the name and they can change the access, all of it. So we can just sell them as a SaaS model. And right now in the market, the SaaS model price is $400. So if you sell 10 SaaS models in the month, still we can generate money. And in B2C, like there is a tier 2, tier 3 cities, hospitals also need that particular chatbot. So we can give them a firstly free trials. And if they are agree with us, so we can just give them a, we can give them on the basis of subscription models. So like we can charge some particular amount monthly, so they really can serve our services.
How is it a roadblock for you? What is, I just asked, what is the biggest roadblock that your app will face? कहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा problem आ सकता है? What would be the challenging part of it?
And the first thing is that there is a lot of AI tools in the market. So the first thing is how people will trust on us. That's the basic thing. So the first thing is we have a
trust.
Yeah, trust.
Yes.
The first
Shifting normal traditional to modern way. So
Conventional practice.
yes, that's how we convince the people to trust ourselves.
Trust. Competence.
Yes.
And also the accessibility in terms of offline education.
Yeah, so like in rural areas, we can also provide that particular platform in offline modes throughout the firewalls and then the other things. So that's
So trust is the major issue and accessibility.
yes.
We have 2018 patients for every doctor. So one doctor has to see minimum 2018 patients. So how do you bridge this gap?
Like see, like as you said, 2000 users, like yeah. So like that our prototype, like we have that prototype, but that prototype is only trained on local data. Right now it's not trained on global data. So as soon as possible, if we train on global data, so like it will be work in terms of like if 2000 patient is having one structure, so like we can spread that, like there is a load balancer in terms of technology, so we can like make a bridges and we can like divide that 2000 patient in terms of some particular sections like 200 sections, and then we can manage them throughout our ward.
We also have a working prototype.
Right, so we just want to do it.
So questions?
Our model is based on PII data is required as a
Yes. So right now it's just a working prototype. So in futuristic thing, we will also integrate, like user can input their medical reports, their X-ray reports and the other things, and our chatbot will be analyze that things, and then it will give you a proper response and proper prescriptions. So
now here basically what I am trying to say.
yes,
The data is sensitive.
obviously.
Okay.
Yes.
So no one can able to directly trust on your apps and who can able to enter all records,
Yes.
story information on your app. So point is a trust.
Obviously trust.
So when particular person can able to trust on your app. So I am suggesting you one point, security of the data.
Obviously.
Focus on that point also.
Yes. In security, we
So
will
we are also
integrate.
working on blockchain to make our system more secure, and there is trust issue. We are also providing doctor connecting support. So if
So
the
it's-
person wants to
Right.
direct
Real-time
connect
doctors
with
we are
doctors
providing.
anytime, anywhere, so he can connect with our doctors. Like there are two options like chat call, video call. So trust issue will be sorted.
And like,
Wait.
yes. So this it,
Sorry. So this is the interface basically. So like if you want to
These are the main features.
and
main
this is our dialog. You prompt this start.
so I ask how do I differ between chicken pox and
These are the reasons.
and since it is a multilingual app, even if I ask it to translate this into Hindi or any language, it will be able to translate the same into any language of our convenience. So if the user gives input in Hindi, the chatbot will give it in Hindi as well. So it will be accessible even to people who are not rural. Yes.
And ma'am, they are also
We
providing
also have
mental health wellness, like people are suffering from, as I said, so like for stress relieving, we are also like
we
giving
also
a call,
have mental.
so they can get that. And that's a doctor connection. These are the dummy data, but as far as possible, we will integrate the real time data. And this is the NGO hub, like people who want help, they can submit their help request throughout our platform. And people who wants to donate something, they can, so they can donate something. And yeah, and the people who want to serve their services as a volunteer, so they can also register on our platform, and then they can serve their services throughout that. So that's how platform is built. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you,
Next
sir.
sheet.
Yes, morning. So before we jump into what we're building, what the problem statement, or what is our solution, I will like to give you a short introduction of the problem statement which are solving for thalassemia. Thalassemia is a disease which is genetically passed down from parents to the children. Thalassemia have two types: thalassemia minor and thalassemia major. The patients who are suffering from thalassemia major, they need to take blood transfusion inside their body throughout their lifespan. So assuming a baby is born with the blood disease thalassemia major, from his birth itself till his lifespan, he needs to take blood inside his body on regular basis. It is calculated based on his weight, his HB levels, and stuff. So this is what we're trying to build, and for this we'll start.
So the problem which we identified was in blood banks, the data entries of thalassemia patients were done manually, which leads to missed blood transfusions. Also, the history of patient is not tracked; it's incomplete, and the communication to the patient through the blood bank, it is also very hard. And the another problem which we identified was the paperwork. There was a lot of paperwork which leads to error and loss.
This paperwork is just not some minor paperwork. We have done actual ground surveys. So we have went to General and Blood Bank and around Canada and all of. There's a went to Urban and Red Cross Center. And we have done the current paperwork, how the things are managed currently. So everything is manual and it's on paper, which leads to a lot of data. Some data is lost and it is not very carry forward from this transfusion to another transfusion. So that was the problem that we identified our problem when we started our groundwork. So we also have another in this market opportunity.
So how big this problem actually is. So across the world, there are 1.31 million cases of thalassemia estimately, and across India there are like 1 lakh cases, and in Maharashtra there are 11 to 12,000 cases of thalassemia, and 10 to 15,000 cases of thalassemia are reported annually.
Fun fact around this thing now, fun fact for the fact that most of the thalassemia patients are located in either Gujarat or Maharashtra. And even in Maharashtra, Nasik is the leading district with most thalassemia patients. So that was the problem statement we identified. And starting from here, blood banks like Jan Kalyan, which is a chain of blood banks, they have started a campaign, Thalassemia Free Nasik and Thalassemia Free Maharashtra. So we're actively contributing, working with them to develop a system or software through this, they can achieve this stream of Thalassemia Free Maharashtra and Nasik by 2030. So current solution, yeah. Currently, all the records are maintained on paper, which is very easy.
But Siddesh, that leads to error and loss.
Then we can go for Google Sheet and Excel sheets. We can easily, manually update all this data.
But they don't have thalassemia specific features.
Every blood bank, every hospital have hospital management system or blood bank management system. We can also store that data there.
Again, the same thing as before. They also lack thalassemia specific features.
Then we can just maintain logbooks, contact all these patients manually. That is also very easy.
Also, it is a communication barrier which occurs. Imagine a patient who missed his blood transfusions due to this. So what will you do?
Solution, right? So this was our problem statement and solution is HALT, right? The application we are building. It's going to be a mobile application. And along this, we are having a very good prototype. So the prototype is completely ready. We are planning to start our first on-ground beta testing from 1st of September itself. We have approval from Janakal Blood Bank to do the testing. There are currently 24 thalassemia patients who are actively receiving blood transfusion in their blood bank. So we have talked with the head and they are ready to test, give us the testing for this application. Along with this, this is not just a college project or anything. We are also trying to monetize this. So we have talked with Janakal and they're ready to be our first paid users. So we are getting this register currently. It's in process and then we will have our first customer as Janakal itself.
Okay, so we have the solution here that we don't need to call every patient or the donor every 6 months. We can directly track them. We can message them via mails or text message or WhatsApp. And also, what we have here is that every patient will have 6 to 7 donors, which we will provide them according to their history. So we will connect to that donors every 6 months so that we will tell them to donate blood. So we have the blood collected for the patients whenever they require.
The thing is, as I told you, the thalassemia major patient is suffering from thalassemia. Throughout his lifespan, he needs continuous blood. Average lifespan of a thalassemia patient is just 24 to 25 years. Okay, which is very concerning. And this is only because of the blood iron saturation which happens in body. So we know there are major blood groups, but apart from this also there are minor things. So if you take blood from any person for each time, there's a chance that the blood group might be affected. Even if we test it, if you do night testing. Yeah. So even if that thing is done, assuming I have donated my blood today, and if I have the malaria now, to get it positive, it requires time. It is developed later, even for HIV and stuff. So around all these things, we have done this. Along with this, we have AI integration, through which we'll map out all the meals and things they need. So it's a high level overview of what they're building currently. We also have a web-based dashboard on this, from where the hospital deal with two entities. So this basic card operation identification reports and stuff. Patient privacy, for each blood bank, we have a separate database. For facility science, for each blood bank, we have a separate database, and all the data will be encrypted. It will be only accessible from the admin side. We have talked with the person from the and they have also emphasized on this part that we don't want to share our data with you. So we are going to create separate database for each of the blood banks. So each blood bank will have a separate database, and the access of there will be on their account itself.
What about HIV positive?
Yeah, so HIV positive blood groups, we can't prevent this. So in urban blood bank currently, they have an tested blood. They have a system there. on which they do testing on all these categories currently. Even in Jan Kalyan Bank, the bullet which is given to thalassemia patients, it's already tested and then only they receive it. But a case happened where 27 children were tested HIV positive after blood transfusion. Why this occurred? Because as I told you, right, even if the person is affected with HIV, it takes time to actually remove the we detect those symptoms. So if this person does blood donation before that duration,
Then in the way.
so we can't detect it. And along with this, as I told you, right, the lifespan is very short. The reason is iron, blood circulation, and stuff inside the body. And for this, every thalassemia patients, apart from the costing for this full blood transfusion process, they have to spend around 2 to 3 lakh rupees per year just on the meal, dietary preferences, and other healthcare things. So we are going to add AI, and through this, according to the transfusion, the reports, the blood reports, we're going to predict what kind of meals they should have, so we can better assess them. Apart from India blood bank, which is not just for Nasik, Maharashtra or India specific, we have contacted 2 blood banks from South Africa who are interested in this platform, NGO from New Zealand as well. But go there, we need some certifications along with the proper company information, then only we can go for this. But we have given they are interested in this. Along with this, we have 2 VCs on board. They are ready to do investments, but the equity they are asking is quite much. And we are not ready to dilute at 50% at this point for small amount. So we are waiting and getting into a market. Once we have reviews, actual users, and then we will go for all these things.
So does this move back?
That's a question.
Does this move from thalassemia to anemia?
We have different models. So this is just not for thalassemia. The master model is for blood bank itself, but we are starting with thalassemia currently.
Your homework, good communication. You know what you're facing. Yes. Okay, it's good that we started with the small one, but if you really want to do it, gradually the business or honestly that.
Yeah, I just don't want to jump into something very big and then not able to scale in the ocean. So we're trying to be small thing. We have actually used the base on hand. Once you have the numbers, actual data is there. Hospitals are adapting, then we can do. Currently, Jankalan have around 70 blood banks in Maharashtra. It's a chain of blood banks. Urban have a thalassemia society in Mumbai. Urban in Nashik itself is serving 250 plus thalassemia patients. There are 500 plus patients around Nashik itself. So we have all those people under us. And in for business model, we have upwards of Jankalan ready to pay $50 rupees, which is so this is the cost paper currently. Annually $50 rupees for us. And Jankalan have even larger numbers. So making money out of this is not an issue. We just currently getting to markets, getting that MVP done, and then sorry. So this my guess.
Thank you, sir.
So can we begin? Good afternoon, one and all. We are the members of Team Fusion, and today we're going to present our idea on idea named Launchment. So basically, Launchment has 2 different words. So basically, launch instantly connects us to entrepreneurship, while met is a feeling of friendliness. So we have tried to make a buddy that can help you out to start your entrepreneur journey. So as we all know that India is a developing young country, there are many people around who have idea, but what lack is proper guidance and funding. So through this app, we'll be providing them all the required help and funding so that they'll be implementing and successfully present their business. So let's see how this can work as a solution to millions of young entrepreneurs.
So as you heard the problem, here is our solution, Launchment, a two-way platform, which means if you are an early stage entrepreneur, you're struggling to take action on your idea. So our platform provide you mentors. Or if you are put in mentoring someone. So you can use our platform as a side hustle for yourself. And in entrepreneur, there are two major problems every entrepreneur face. The first one is guidance gap, which in India there are so many lots of idea, but they are failed not because they are bad, because they lack guidance. So our platform provide guidance. And early stage entrepreneur waste a lot of time finding the first funding. So our platform also provide them funding.
So basically, this slide introducing Launchment as a trusted partner. It says that Launchment is not just an app or a website, but a complete platform that truly helps early stage entrepreneurs into of the toughest area. That is finding the right mentor who can guide them, and second, getting smart insights about funding, so they know how to attack investing. So this app helps us for mentorship, tracking their process, and everything. So here are basically these three steps which help them to guide their journey. So first is connect and learn. So you can quickly connect with the right mentor and get means proper guidance instead of spending months on it. Second is identify opportunity. Once you have clarity of funding, so next step is we will show them the right options with what is truly useful for them. And third is track and achieve. We track their journey up to successful. So in short, Launchpad integrates mentorship, funding intelligence, and tracking tracking process into one platform. That means no guesswork, no wasted time, just a clear path to success. That's it.
So this section highlights how Launchpad supports the entrepreneurs and startups to build their business on these three basic features like digital mentorship, curated learning, and intelligent audits. In precision mentorship, Launchpad will give you experienced mentor to guide your business for your guidance. In curated learning, we can access a library and better resources and a personalized learning plans for your future business. And in intelligent funding, the grant funding flow, they will provide you the angel investors, government schemes, and incubators for your funding investments. So the Launchpad will will help you to build your business at the right time for your business. So we will show your prototype.
This is our prototype sample. You can find your matches which are best for guidance and stuff. Here is a connect and chat option, so you can chat with your mentors. And there is a funding. No, it's just a prototype. We are actually building that. Yeah,
So we are going to this is just for our class.
see, our membership features, we are not only user to user. If you are good at mentoring someone, so you can register yourself on our platform and you can earn something from that. Or if you are a new entrepreneur who has an idea, so you can use this platform to take guidance from us, to get guidance from
Guys,
someone and
thanks
take
for
it
your
further.
observation. Our question is start.
Yes, sir. Yeah, like that I did the first
So
one.
how will you protect that idea or that business startup business that comes in with a unique proposition? How will you protect it? क्योंकि बहुत सारे angel investors, VC funding rounds, lot is happening post Shark Tank. And what happens is youngsters like you with a very good validated idea, the minute you present it somewhere, they have the resources to do it faster pace and get it in the market. So how do you protect?
We can write a patent for this.
Ma'am, manually will try our own best to manage everything what is happening because social connections will definitely help out. but as much as we'll contribute into it, will help us a lot.
I think you should go the other way around. You should have VC profiles, like, particular VCs who are interested in tech, some interested in healthcare. You should have, I mean, the other way around. Rather than the user coming up with a startup idea and uploading, you should have VC groups, very specific. It will help.
So we will try to.
All the best.
People still form that. ह्याच्या सेलच्या अंडर हे सगळे जे काही तुमच्या बाजूला प्रेझेंटेशन होतील प्रोजेक्ट होतील ते इथिकल सेलच्या अंडरच ते पास झाले पाहिजे. हे जर त्या प्रॉपर इथिकल सेलच्या बुक मध्ये बसलं तर त्यांना तुम्ही पुढे जाऊ शकता.
कॉपी होण्याची आणि सगळं एक लाईन पण तुम्हाला कधी फिगर वन सिंगल
Legalities पाहिजेच. They usually colleges overlook these formalities, but मग ते पुढे जाऊन somebody else is doing it. So I think ते पण होऊ शकते. Ethical cell मध्ये you can incorporate all this.
Good one, sir. Good morning, ma'am. We are here to pitch some startup idea. So we have 7 team members, and our team name is Eco Visionaries. So coming towards the problem statement and the solution, we have find very easy. So, ma'am, we have the problem when we go towards the hotels. We take the water bottles in hotels. So that is after drinking the water, the empty water bottle becomes the scrap. In every shops, there becomes some scrap related to boxes, plywood, anything. In hospitals, there generate some scrap. In industry also, we can get different kinds of scraps. So uh, this scrap, suppose you are in hotel, you have taken some bottle after making lunch or dinner at hotel, you take that bottle in your car, and while traveling, when it's become empty, you throw. Many people throw because they know that this has no value, because it has no value. Therefore, they will throw or they will put anywhere, or it will be remain in the car itself. So we are thinking that not only of water bottles, every scrap which is in home, which is in shops, which is in hospital, anywhere. So we are thinking that we will make some value from this scrap. So what we are going to do, what we have provided solution. If you will get that this scrap will get, you know that this scrap will get some value, then you will save that and you will sell it to the basic or that particular person who are going to take that scrap. So why you are saving scrap? Because the lack of transparent rights, difficulty in finding values, and many more things like you don't know the value of that bottle, so you will throw. But we will know that we will get some value from this bottle, so we will save. After making some group of bottles, we will know that this bottle will going to sell. So we will make some group, and after that, ultimately we are saving the pollution of our country and eco-friendliness. You are going toward that thing. So what we are going to provide in our platform next. So basically, we are creating one platform which will connect user and the company which are recycling. So what basically we will do? Suppose you have the watch which has been drawn, which is not working, or we have the 10 bottles. So we'll take the image of that bottles, you'll put on the platform, and it will reach toward the recycling companies, and recycling company will evaluate the price of that particular e-waste or whatever the waste or scrap we have, and after that valuation, the data will reach toward that what price, what amount of you will get in return of that particular waste or scrap. After that, you will select the payment mode. They will send you payment after the your selection, and all the things done by this platform only. And the pickup person will come and will take the good or the product to their recycling company. Basically, which we are going to do. So these are the problem statement and the basic solution which I have provided. So after that, what will the workflow of the platform will be explained by Pradip.
Okay, basically, this is the technical workflow or the user roadmap or user journey what we are going to provide. That is being divided into three phases. First one is the potential sellers or the scrap we are going to sell to the vendors like recycling company. So first one phase is like the seller potential seller. What are the potential sellers? Industry generates a lot of waste like metals, plastics, and all that needs to be recycled. Hotels also, like Girish also told that hotels generate a lot of plastic waste and all other stuff. Household is also major one that we are going to like our household article. Suppose like our wooden articles. It after some time it gets like it gets we are not using it after some time because it gets so and shop also generates some yes. So these are the potential and the digital platform that we are going to provide. So the users and the recycling companies or the vendors we are going to connect through it. The digital platform, what we are upload the scrap details as the Girish told. Then it will go to the upload photo, instant price estimation. The platform will provide a price estimation, leave the accept offer, schedule doorstep pickup, match verified recycler, and notify recycler. These are the steps. So what the platform will provide? It will upload the photos. It will provide the description of the scrap. It will provide the verified recycle.
Types of fertilization now to change time stuff. Can you come to your last slide?
Yeah.
I have to explain one thing slide please. This is our sample dashboard. In this, we are able to see the wallet and the waste submission, reward marketplace. In this, we throw the garbage or scrap products and we collect the points from that. Like, there is a garbage car. It's coming to our home, door to door. That time we scan our scanner, then we throw our garbage in that. They calculate the weight, category of the metals and all. Then according to that, they give us a wallet points, and they will add it to this. And this point means more the we throw the garbage or scrapper, more the points we collect, and that point we will used into the government policies like water bills we can pay for from that. Then we are using in fast tags, and we are also using in malls. Wherever we want to use that point, it's the basic idea of that. And from that we are also able to see the impact driver, like top performer also there we can able to see all the that facilities are going to be provided in that. The basic idea is we are getting the price of points from the garbage, so it will be helpful to be cleanliness India. The Narendra Modi was uh, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. It's the supportive for that. It's the basic child network.
So back to the question. So how are you using AI for segregation of this crime?
The quality of the metal, like copper having the large price, iron having the less price. So after throwing,
You said scrap could be anything.
yeah,
Actually, the thing is, ma'am, user will upload the photos of whatever metal he has. So we are dividing this into the two parts. So first one will be like based on the user interface. First block will contain two blocks, two buttons we can say. First will be biodegradable and second will be scrapping. So whenever the biodegradable, so it will be just based on the weights, and second is scrapping. So user will upload the photos with the weights, like however it weigh according to the metal. So for example, if it's plastic, user will weigh that and upload the photos. So it will be given to the whoever, like we say Bangarwala. Like we can connect the locals one to the
So
users.
your logistic is based on
Yeah, let's take an example of Swiggy or Zomato. They are just connecting users and restaurants. That's what we are doing just to.
But they are delivering.
Yeah, we are
This is a
delivering.
pickup platform.
Yeah, and even we are providing some reward points so that people will be aware about it.
How do you make money?
So the thing is, yeah,
For question.
Okay, somebody else is doing this in Nasik on a very large scale. You have to find out.
Actually, ma'am, we researched on it. We got one website, so that wasn't in Nashik actually, and even the problems we found out that it wasn't accessible. Like when I visited first time, so it was not accessible for me, and there were no option of uploading images or like that. They were just calling whoever it is will be pickup man. He will come at home and just take out there.
Still, they have maximum industries from MITC.
So I guess, ma'am, the platform you are saying that would be different, and the one I am saying that would be different. But still, we will
Actually,
look out.
I see them, but I think now I don't know whether they are.
They're not AI enabled fully, but they're doing something similar. And the major issue is going to be segregation.
Yeah.
That has to be more well developed and logistics. Because this is, as I said, it's not a delivering platform, it's a pickup platform, and pickup always goes slow and loses the essence. So we have to work help me on that.
And then, ma'am, your question is that how will you generate the money? So if I upload the images, I will get the estimated count. So the thing is based on the stock price, share price, it is not fixed daily. So like that, scrapping price is not fixed. Like even day to day, it just keeps changing. So based on that, based on photos, I will get the cost estimation of the all the products, and if it is confirmed by the whoever the who is going to pick that. So if it is confirmed, the delivery guy will be picked it, and he will pay
You have
directly
to
to
do a
you.
feasibility survey. See, I'll tell you, when industry gives you 100 kgs of copper waste
Yeah.
and a household which has 1 spoon of copper.
Yeah.
So feasibility survey is very, very important that who your user would be. You think you're all over. You're trying to provide surveys, you don't limit it to one particular industry.
And even when we found out one problem, so nowadays what is happening, whenever the scrap goes, it goes like by punching it, like the scrap is in on the large scale. So they just try to small it in the size and load it into the small salt. Like if a truck has a capacity of 1 ton, they are putting it on the 2 tons. RTO is just having corruption of 20,000, 30,000 based on the overload. So
You can't
even
do anything, our government.
yeah, that is the problem I find we found out. So even we are trying to integrate that also in our system.
Proper segment. That will be
You
good.
have to take a proper survey.
But
All
our
these
USP
are
is that
programming people.
Yeah.
Home segment is for
we are going to provide our reward points to the users.
Because they
You have to give more than reward points.
kind of.
No,
What happens is, today also in any household, they expect me 50 साड़ी लेनी है तो 1% मिलना चाहिए. So you have to, that mentality and that
we
behavior.
are using that point to pay the ghar patti, pani patti.
as we are saving our pollution,
Yeah.
as we are contributing to the pollution, means we are contributing to the government as well. So,
To reduce the pollution.
so what we will use this reward point. We will provide some policies. We know the policies of government. So making some discounts in the policies of government, we will use this reward point. This is the
And government for the same.
Yeah, government.
You need to take up rules from.
Yes, this is also like a nationwide interest of
more questions.
Everybody knows that.
No more questions.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
It was out in the field. Then the viewer has an option to negotiate on the offer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Sure. That is
That's
the main thing for the user. The more
Always
money
have
that
counter
comes.
offers.
Yeah.
Negotiate. Fast forward, I would say that is they are three totally different things. You require a different technology for all three different things. So,
Yeah, so
like
to just focus on
that,
hospital base,
yeah,
it's a huge industry.
even in fact, hospitals will be, like she suggested, hospital will be the best advice because they are more in an emergency on a daily basis to discard them. Industries can store the material for a long time. Hospitals have to make space for everything. So
It's faster revenue.
it's faster.
It is just a roadmap. We are make some boundaries for this.
And
You just
hospitals
go
have
there.
advantage of they are getting already paid. Use their additional loans. So they always have this additional income.
Even in HMV, one of the largest giants is from Jalgaon, Jain Agriculture. And वहाँ पे जितना भी fruit fly बनता है, they don't know what to do with it. Now it is used in cattle feeds. So you know how you identify a particular industry, the waste and how it can be reused is something that you have to pitch into to the stakeholders, and that's how it's going to work. Some are immediate, like perishable items are immediate disposal, but they also make a instant money. So
Yes.
you have to limit yourself. You're everywhere. All the rest.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes.
Imagine there's a world where the child
Feel out.
आपण समजा आपल्याकडे या दुनियामध्ये रुरल एरियामध्ये चाळीसला एज्युकेशन नाही आहे ॲक्सेसिबल हेल्थ केअर्स नाही आहे तर त्याच्यासाठी खूप सारे स्टार्टअप्स काम करतात लाईक कोणी हेल्थ केअर सेक्टरमध्ये करतात कोणी एज्युकेशन सेक्टरमध्ये बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दे लाईक मेंटरशिप आणि अजून त्यांच्याकडे रिसोर्सेस नसतात तर आमची जी म्हणजे आमचा जो कन्सेप्ट आहे तो बेसिकली तो गॅप आहे जो स्टार्टअप्स आणि या प्लॅनिंग एक्झिक्यूट करण्यामधला जो गॅप आहे तो फिल करण्याचा प्रयत्न करू म्हणून आमचं नाव पण व्हिजन टू व्हेंचर ज्याच्यामध्ये आम्ही स्टार्टअप्सला मेंटर्स प्रोव्हाइड करू एनजीओज कडून फंड प्रोव्हाइड करू त्याच्यानंतर एक कम्युनिटी क्रिएट करू ज्याच्यामध्ये स्टार्टअप्सला मदत होणार आमच्या कडून नेक्स्ट सो व्हॉट आर द चॅलेंजेस आता खूप साऱ्या अशा नीड्स आहेत ज्या अनमेट राहतात लाईक क्वालिटी ऑफ एज्युकेशन रुरल एरियामध्ये डिजिटल एज्युकेशन नाही आहे त्याच्यानंतर अफोर्डेबल हेल्थकेअर नाही आहे त्याच्यानंतर क्लीन एनर्जी नाही आहे आता आमचं रिसोर्स म्हणजे सोशल एंटरप्रेनर्सकडे हे सगळे नसतात जसं मेंटरशिप नसते रिसोर्सेस गॅप असतात म्हणजे त्यांच्याकडे एक प्लॅन नसतो रोड मॅप नसतो म्हणून ते मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम फेल होऊन जाते आणि त्यांना ते सोडावं लागतं नॉट बिकॉज की त्यांचा आयडिया खराब होता त्यांचा आयडिया चांगला होता बट त्यांच्याकडे एक्झिक्यूट करण्याची मेथड नव्हती आता वाय सोशल इम्पॅक्ट व्हेंचर तर पहिले कॉन्सेप्ट फर्स्ट पर्सनल मोटिव्ह वी बिलीव्ह दॅट प्रॉफिट शुड लाईक बिझनेस इज नीड टू बी सर्व रॅदर दॅन प्रॉफिट okay then second is global revenue we will work on UN based sustainable development goals
which SDG? Number
4. Quality education.
quality education. So this is totally focused on social impact and education.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. This is our roadmap, like basically how we will work. Let's start with startup boarding, in which startups will fill the form and give the assessment, on which we will give them mentorship. Like we have mentorship package. तर ह्याच्यामध्ये काय असणार स्टार्टअप्स फॉर्म फिल करणार मग त्यांच्यानुसार मेंटॉर्स काय म्हणतात आम्ही सिलेक्ट करू लाईक एम मॉडेल यूज करू जे NLP आणि त्यानंतर फिल्टरिंग वरती असणार ज्याच्यामध्ये मग त्यांना मेंटॉर्स कोणकोणते आहेत तर ते आम्ही सजेस्ट करू त्याच्यानंतर इन्व्हेस्टर कनेक्शन्स आम्ही मग त्यांना जे फंडिंग देऊ शकतात त्यांचं नंबर्स वगैरे देऊ त्यांच्याबरोबर मीटिंग क्रिएट करू त्यांना एक रोडमॅप क्रिएट करून देऊ मग त्याच्यानंतर आम्ही इम्पॅक्ट ट्रॅकिंग आता हे सगळं केल्यावरती आम्ही त्यांचे 6 महिने फक्त हे बघू की त्यांचा प्रॉफिट कुठे चाललाय म्हणजे त्यांचं वर्क होतंय की नाही मग त्यानुसार त्यांना कम्युनिटीमध्ये लॉन्च करू
सर्व करायचंय प्रॉफिट नाही होईल
हा नाही पण काय आमचे जे नाही पण बिझनेस चालवायला थोडं लागेल ना बिझनेस चालवायला म्हणजे प्रॉफिट नाही तर फ्युचर इम्प्रुव्हमेंट आता आम्ही स्टार्टिंगलाच AI बेस्ड मॅचिंग करणार आहे ज्याच्यामध्ये आम्ही NLP चा यूज करणार आहे नॅचरल लँग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग तर त्याच्यामध्ये आमच्याकडे डेटा सेट असणार जो स्ट्रक्चर्ड असणार बेसिकली ज्याच्यामध्ये एक डेटा सेट असेल ज्याच्यामध्ये स्टार्टअपच्या लिस्ट असणार त्यांच्या रिक्वायरमेंट असणार आणि त्याच्यामध्ये NGOs असणार किंवा लोकल ऑर्गनायझेशन्स असणार आणि मेंटॉर्स असणार जे आम्ही NLP ची मदत करून त्यांना मॅच क्रिएट करून फिल्टरिंग क्रिएट करू त्याच्यानंतर सेक्टर एम्पॉवरमेंट म्हणजे आता पहिले तर आम्ही एज्युकेशन वरती फोकस करू फर्स्ट 3 इयर्स मग हळूहळू हेल्थ केअर क्लीन एनर्जी असं मग त्याच्यानंतर कम्युनिटी आता आम्ही स्टार्ट करताना पहिले ग्लोबली नाही जाणार आम्ही पहिले लोकली जाणार आम्ही गव्हर्नमेंटशी करू किंवा जे छोटे NGOs असतात जे रेडी आहे आम्हाला की हेल्प करायला फंड्स क्रिएट करायला रेडी आम्ही त्यांच्याशी पहिले संवाद साधू आणि मग त्याच्यानंतरच करू and next topic will be explained by Devushi. Basically, this slide shows about the advantages. The biggest advantages is the dual impact, as it creates the social impacts, profit generations. Means की फक्त जे सोशल इम्पॅक्ट्स आहेत ते फक्त प्रॉफिटच नाही गेन करत इवन ते आपलं जे रिअलिटी बेस आहे आता सोबत अर्बन एरियाजमध्ये एज्युकेशन गॅप खूपच जास्त आहे सो सोशली आपण तिथे वर्क करू डुअल इम्पॅक्ट नेक्स्ट इज द कॉम्प्रिहेन्सिव्ह सपोर्ट मीन वन स्टेप सोल्युशन as here the entrepreneurs gets everything at one place so it can be the mentorship funding and impact tracking next is the scalability as our project is highly scalable so it can spread across various sectors and regions so next is the broad appeal
Guys, times of presentation, no questions.
Last slide.
Basically here we focus is on the vision जसं मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं की आता अर्बन एरियाज मध्ये लॅक ऑफ एज्युकेशन गॅपचा खूपच जास्त आहे तिथे आपण ऑनलाईन प्रोव्हाइड नाही करू शकत सो बेसिकली आपण तिथे आपण व्हर्च्युअली सोशली जाऊन तिथे त्यांना हेल्प करू त्यांची मीटिंग गॅदर करू फीडबॅक्स घेऊ बेसिकली तसं
Okay. So the fundraising is one of the biggest problems for NGOs. So how do they assist social impact entrepreneurs?
बेसिकली आम्ही फर्स्ट मीटिंग क्रिएट करू त्यांना रीच आउट करू त्याच्यानंतर आम्ही एक रोडमॅप क्रिएट करू त्याच्यामध्ये आम्ही स्टुडंट्सचा पण भेट करू म्हणजे स्कूल्स असतात तर खूप सारे स्कूल्समध्ये ते ऍक्सेप्ट करतात फंड्रेसिंग वगैरे पण बेसिकली फर्स्ट 6 days म्हटलं आज सपोज हा प्रोजेक्ट आपण फ्युचर म्हणजे इम्प्लिमेंट करणार आहे सो पहिले 6 दिवस पहिले आम्ही ते ऑफलाईन जाऊ तिथे त्यांचा फीडबॅक म्हणजे त्यांची इन्फॉर्मेशन गॅदर करू की व्हॉट दे आर बेसिकली लॅगिंग की ते कशात कमी पडत आहे त्यांना एज्युकेशन गॅपमध्ये काही कमतरता आहे तर ते गॅदर करू त्यानंतर त्यांचा फीडबॅक घेऊ त्याच्या पुढचे काही दिवस म्हणजे 6 days नंतर पुढचे 6 दिवस तिथून आपण त्यांना ते सगळे इम्प्लिमेंट देऊ
Agreed. But you're saying you're collaborating with NGOs and government. Why not industries, companies? They have a lot of money.
येस फर्स्ट जर हे जर इम्प्लिमेंट झालं तर ऑब्विसली इझी टू रीच बट आपण कधी प्रायव्हेट सेक्टरमध्ये मूव्ह केलं तर मग थोडा वेळ लागेल त्या गोष्टींना स्टार्टअपमध्ये आता तरी थोडा वेळ काय म्हणतात चालू करण्यासाठी काय म्हणतात गव्हर्नमेंट किंवा एनजीओज आर द बेस्ट.
How are you using AI to validate any social impact entrepreneur? How do you validate that this social entrepreneur is going to have a good outcome or impact? What AI tools are you going to use?
For the machine learning, we are basically using MLC, like which will match our social entrepreneurs to the investors or mentors. Then we will use OpenAI for their information gathering.
Then the validation becomes a question. How will you do?
We will gather their information, no? Like from the when we will fill the form, they have to submit their personal documents, and then we will proceed further.
Any questions?
See, when we are very honest, it's a daily part of चांगला आहे. Very आणि स्टार्टअप जे आहेत तेव्हा इतकी व्हरायटी असते की आता आम्ही जे बोलतो आहे त्याची इतकी व्हरायटी आहे की तुमचा असेसमेंटचा जो रिझल्ट आहे ना त्याच्यासाठी रिक्वायर अ व्हेरी क्वालिफाईड टीम किंवा ज्यांना त्या एक्सपिरियन्स आहे त्याच्यासाठी इट इज नॉट सो इझी बेसिकली आणि इट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये ऍडव्हान्टेज असं आहे की यू हॅव ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम ऑफ ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ इंडस्ट्री तिथे ते व्हॅलिडेशन करायचं आणि पॉसिबिलिटी त्यांनी जास्त असतं rather than going in for governments आणि theory यू स्टार्ट मीटिंग पीपल ठीक आहे की टू अंडरस्टँड आणि परत सगळ्या ठिकाणी मी सांगतोय की खूप ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम देऊ नये ओके तुम्ही ठराविक सेगमेंट शोधा की जिथे तुम्ही काय इतकं मोठं वास फील्ड आहे ना की 25 वर्षापूर्वी खूप वेगळं होतं आता त्याला लिमिटच नाहीये आणि तुम्ही प्रत्येक याला व्हीसीला कन्व्हिन्स करणार आणि त्या व्हीसीचा पण प्रत्येक पर्टिक्युलर सेगमेंट असतो तो कशातही घेऊन तिथे येऊन ठीक आहे हे त्याला पण समजतं आणि त्याला माहिती माझे पैसे कुठे अडवायचे आहेत ते पण असेसमेंट असते तुम्ही तुमचा अभ्यास हेवीच आहे मी माझा बिझनेस चालू करायच्या 2 वर्ष सगळं कागदावरच होतं आणि जेव्हा पहिलं हे केलं त्यावेळी लक्षात आलं की ते एकदमच वेगळा दरवाजा आहे ठीक आहे तो राईट आहे जे तुम्ही प्रेझेंट केलं आहे तो पण म्हणजे त्या थेअरी पासून आता प्रॅक्टिकल मध्ये स्टार्ट गेटिंग पीपल स्टार्ट गेटिंग फीडबॅक अँड कॉन्सन्ट्रेट ऑन अ स्मॉलर सेगमेंट आता असं म्हणतात ना डेंटिस्टचा डावीकडनं तिसऱ्या दाताचा वेगळा स्पेशलिस्ट असतो
Doctors, yes. Should all the best. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to
मी माझ्या इंजिनिअरिंगला 2007 मध्ये जीपीएसचा प्रोजेक्ट बनवला आहे फ्रॉम इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन त्यावेळेस शेतकऱ्यांना बऱ्याच वेळा रात्रीच वीज असायची मोटर चालू करायला जायचं ते जीपीएस बेस्ड मग ते हार्डवेअर मॉडेल इम्प्लिमेंट केलं होतं is this part in motor on
माझ्या प्रोजेक्ट म्हणजे आता म्हणजे आम्ही जे प्रोडक्ट बनवतो त्याच्यात कम्युनिकेशन डिव्हाइस असतं SMS म्हणजे चोरी झाल्यानंतर आपल्याला समजत नाही 2 दिवसापर्यंत कधी कधी की आपल्या घरात काय होतं तर वी हॅव रिसिव्ह मेकॅनिझम ते SMS जातो आणि कॉलिंग बाहेर सो जो ती डिव्हाइस सोडून बाहेर पडत सो यू ऑलरेडी मेसेज आणि कॉलिंग पण
I am a student of this degree in College of Engineering, studying in second year engineering in ILS department, and he is my co-partner. Please introduce yourself.
So, good morning, sir. I am a co-partner of Thalassemia in this project. My name is Sudha, and I am also a student of PVC Engineering College, studying in second year ADS department. Studying in second year ADS department, and our team name is like
So basically हमारा जो प्रोजेक्ट है पूरा ब्लाइंड पर्सन के लिए बनाया है हमने बेसिकली डिजाइन किया है इन शॉर्ट में बता देता हूँ सिर्फ आपके लिए हमने यहाँ पे बीच में कैमरा अटैच किया है तो कैमरे का जो यूज है वो ऐसे अगर ब्लाइंड पर्सन कोई वर्क कर रहा होगा तो वो जो ऑप्टिकल्स या फिर हार्मफुल ऑब्जेक्ट्स आ रही होंगे तो उसे डिटेक्ट करेगा और इनसे सेंसर साइड में हमने यहाँ पर अभी फिलहाल शो नहीं हो रहा है साइड में हमने एक इंटर और ये स्पीकर अटैच किया है.
What is the rate of this spectacle estimated time?
35 to 40 days.
we are going to introduce this spectacles. So it is about 5 megapixel, which gives clear image of surrounding. Over the camera, we have introduced lens, which clears the image of surrounding. Also, we have introduced sensor, which detects obstacles in persons, which जो पर्सन जा रहा है उसके पाथ पे सेकंड होगा तो वो डिटेक्ट करेगा सेंसर और देन एनक्लोजर व्हिच प्रोटेक्ट द कैमरा. गो टू द So as you can see, we have absolute speaker, which is about 70 to 80 decibel, and it.
DBSPL is a speaker for user.
Okay. So what is the memory chip going to do?
Memory chip we create a function in memory chip. The function is that you will see the camera as a sensor. Sensor will detect the obstacles or stone is coming in the way. Also harmful objects or some harmful is for example if a blind person is crossing a road and just signal as green signal has been open. Vehicles will be go fast way on this. So the sensor will detect speed of the vehicles and this sensor will give message to this memory function. Memory will create alert message and alert message goes to the speaker. The speaker will convert that text into audio and it says the person that something is harmful or something dangerous is coming to your say please move towards 20 centimeter left or 20 centimeter right.
Even the problem with blind individuals is they don't have orientation, right or left.
Yes. So also I designed in this degree. हमने जब ये म्हणजे अगर कोई इंसान ऐसा सब मैंने पर्सनल स्पेक्टिकल्स यूज किया है अगर वो यहाँ पे स्ट्रेट है तो उसे बातें हैं तुझे लेफ्ट समझ में राइट हैंड समझ में आएंगे तो समझेगा देयर हैंड में तुझे कितना सरकना है राइट हैंड में कौन सेट में कितना सरकना है. These are the dimensions of our spectacles. हमने ऐसा ब्रांड पर ज़्यादा वेट नहीं है पॉकेट की इसके अंदर ज़्यादा लेंथ इसके ओपन नहीं की है एज अ पर्सपेक्टिव जितना मिनिमम हो जाए इतना कम मिनिमम वेट और उसकी शेप हो सके हमने उतना मेजर किया है उसके अंदर. उसकी जो थिकनेस है हमने थिकनेस ज़्यादा नहीं रखी है. उसकी जो थिकनेस हमने रखी है वो मिनिमम 1 सेंटीमीटर तो 0.70 सेंटीमीटर ताकि जो पर्सन वियर करे उससे उसके नोज को या कोई बॉडी पार्ट को डैमेज नहीं.
कैमरा 360 डिग्री वाला है कौन सा?
Yes, 360.
नाम शक्ल साईडला म्हटलं करायचं ना कारण राईटला आणि लेफ्टला सारखायचं म्हटलं की
What
तिकडे
is the
पण
cost for this?
Absolutely, the manufacturing cost is for 5,999, and if
So around 6,000 is here. 6,000.
yes,
Have you heard about the talking stick? The stick that the blind people use. They have sensors on that stick, and it stops you from obstacles and all. And it is 800 rupees. Do you think the disabled community can afford a 6,000 rupees goggle?
and actually we have mentioned अगर हमने जब
Altamash.
तो हमने जो ऑब्जेक्ट अंदर कैमरा हो गया हमने उसे डिजाइन किया फिक्सचर से डिजाइन किया है तो हमने मैक्सिमम मैन्युफैक्चर तो किया नहीं हमने कॉस्ट निकाला इसका मैन्युफैक्चर की कैमरे की प्राइस मिनिमम 2,000 रुपीज आती है तो हमने बाकी सब पार्ट्स अगर मैंने हमने मिनिमम कॉस्ट रखने की पूरी कोशिश की प्रोडक्ट्स के अंदर मिनिमम जितनी प्राइस कम लेगी उतना लोगों के लिए बेनिफिशियल है प्रेजेंटेशन the question
I have done this similar project for a German company 7 years back, and we collected a lot of data. What happens is, I mean, the beauty of a goggle is for a particular class of disabled communities, they support करू शकणार, आणि majority नहीं करू शकणार, नहीं कर पाएंगे, cost effective uses. और इससे क्या होता है? It gives you constant because the speaker is close to your ear. Blind people use an app called as Talk Easy. You'll have to research about it. And the space at which it talks is something that they adapt to. But the kind of audios that come through the goggles is very distracting. Imagine आप सीधे चल रहे हो और अचानक से आपके कान में आवाज है अरे इधर से राइट मुड़ जाओ. So it is more of a panic reaction than a stabilized reaction. So what they did was they had vibrators. So when they see that the object is coming closer and can be an obstacle, the goggle is to vibrate it, and then the message. So that will help you moving forward. And cost effective ये करना बहुत मुश्किल है because it's a very miniature camera. And that the miniature it gets, the more expensive it gets. But it has to be cost effective for everyone.
we try to make less than cost.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, stage.
Actually, I have got this project from a different way. There are solutions to this to be verified. So what she says that a blind man never leaves. So it always have to be integrated with this, and instead of putting a camera on, say, you can have a spin-off type of camera, which can be a clip, which costs not more than 600 rupees. So you have to find a solution. And this is definitely right or wrong, I'm not sure. But it has to be a combination, and the person will see. The problem is that if you have something that is just about 2 inches from the ground, it's very difficult to access from this camera. Okay, so the stick is actually the most reliable thing because it is a ground level, and they always keep on tapping it in different directions. So detection of that problem is much easier, and the sound either through a Bluetooth or the same sensor. So I don't think that you have actually made a physical. You haven't done a physical. Idea. You have done a physical. If you are really going, then try a physical, and it will come with better solutions.
Thank you for the solution.
All the best.
Thank you.
if you are live.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Harshita, and we are Team Glitchex. We are here with a solution to a problem that almost every farmer faces. So, first of all, we have the information gap. Most of the time, farmers don't know about the science based data or the accurate data of their own farm. So they lead to the mistaken decisions. Second, we have resource inefficiency. That is, they use excess amount of water or fertilizers, which is not only expensive, but also it causes water pollution and damages the soil. Third, we have reactive management. So it is the tendency of farmers that once you see the sign of damage, then you start to react on the crop diseases, which then causes which does not assure the survival of the crop. Last, we have lack of hyperlocal customization, which means that we usually use the traditional and general solutions for the crops. That does not ensure the landscape weather or the type of soil, which leads to unsustainable conditions.
Thank you, Harshita. So here we are presenting Albloom. So Albloom is a user-friendly platform for farmers, which will actually guide them to how to actually improve their yield. First of all, we are going to provide AI-powered crop recommendation, in which our platform will analyze the crop, which will analyze soil, weather, and historical patterns of that actual about that soil and all, and it will give you top three crops you can actually sow that you will get the maximum yield. And after that we have predictive yield forecasting, in which we are going to tell what actual resources you should use to improve your yield, in which it will contain fertilizers, how much water do you need, and everything. And third is proactive disease forecasting. So for example, a farmer chooses a cotton, so what kind of diseases cotton can have, and what actual treatments you should do that to prevent those diseases and all, which will basically improve the yield. And last but not the least, we are going to add irrigation scheduling, in which it will tell that how much water do you need, like when to water, and actually in what amount you should water plants. And this is our basically we are giving this solution. And next is technical start.
Thank you, Bharat. That's an exciting vision. Now let's take a look at the engine that powers Earthbloom. For front end, we'll be using React and White and Tailwind CSS. The backend is powered by Node.js, and we are also using Express.js for quick recommendation. For database is hosted on MongoDB, and for machine learning, we will be using frameworks like scikit-learn and TensorFlow. And for APIs, for weather API, we'll be using Open Weather Map. For soil API, we'll be using soil grids, and for elevation API, we'll be using Google's elevation API. Next. So, like we have implemented it, we have a demonstration we wanted to show you. It's locally hosted on laptop, so.
Just
Sure.
So this is our Bloom website. This is the user interface which we have built. For those we have AI generated for right now. And this is the dashboard. Here I have login in my account. Like farmers can log in their account so they can save their data for later use.
How do you generate farmer awareness?
What?
How do you generate farmer awareness?
Like
For your app?
for app, like we'll be like advertising it among farmers, or like basically when there are agrothons and crushithons, in that also we participate and promote our app. So here when you click on get recommendation,
Presentation not question time starts.
no, right now like it was in graduation phase and we had to implement.
Actually, we have built it in like through problem statement. We participated in
It's the next hackathon. It was like 36-hour hackathon. So we built this.
What is the difference between intelligence and common sense?
The difference between intelligence and common sense. Common, common sense is like it's like consciousness, human consciousness, like which tells what is right and what is wrong.
In Karnataka, which is another thing, and excellent tool they have to work with farmers. Because every region, even 20 kilometers or even a small line of 10 kilometers make a difference for food or tea. So, I mean, the first thing you should have started is working with the farmers.
Yeah.
Because I honestly think, I doubt if you are, if you know anything about farming.
That's why I said farmer awareness is the first priority.
No, awareness, I mean, you should meet farmers first. The entire life of the farmer was on common sense. For us, it is important. आपल्याला चोरी करून नाही देणार कारण आपण स्वतःला इंटेलिजन्स समजतो आणि ते कॉमन सेन्स वापरतो ऑनेस्टली आय नॉट जोकिंग आपण इतके शहाणे असतो की आपल्याला वाटतं अरे 25 वर्षात माझ्या खानदारात काय झालं नाही त्याला फक्त कॉमन सेन्स वापरायचा असतो पडदे ओढलेले आहेत लाईट एकतर कंटिन्युअस चालू आहे किंवा बंद आहे आणि बाकीचं बाहेरचं सगळं आवरून ठेवलेलं आहे ठीक आहे आणि घर पोळायला 3 मिनिटं कॉमन सेन्स ओके सो ओनली सजेशन थेअरी चांगली आहे we are going to put for this talk to the farmers then it will work because the time is up only through short but it's
Like they have loaded this, we loaded this, so like then then the farmer enters their farm location and how much area they have planted and past 3 crops. It takes input. Then
how forest can already go to the farmers आणि filter करायचं तुम्ही शिकायचं की तुम्हाला माहिती नाही
पेन पॉइंट्स त्यांचे खूप वेगळे
खूप वेगळे असतात आणि आपण ते टाकतो आहे ते सो कन्सेप्च्युअली गुड आणि कॉम्प्लिकेटेड व्हॉट आर डूइंग देयर देन यू दोघं हा फार्मिंग इज क्रुशियल थिंग माझ्यासोबत बघितलं आता 3 सोडून गावात ट्रॅक्टर काढायला झोप नाही तर लाखो रुपये पोहोचतात So all the best. Nothing wrong, but only I will that means I told us that the best years. Farmers कडे गेलो आहे आणि मग तो डेटा.
So there was integration farmers to survive to understand their points. And you can also protect carbon footprint because it is now the government has to start giving incentives on that. So any kind of agri app should have
related model. Just ती बघा त्याच्यामुळे तुम्हाला बऱ्यापैकी आयडिया आलं मिळते
there's a lot of work happening in this area. There's lots to do there. Yes. That's the way
we are recruited in the IT department. So we can do a transform education in India. So let's who wants to be a failure child who is intelligent, curious, and eager to learn, but in rural areas who have lack of teaching staff, our textbooks, and they are not aware of modern knowledge. So when they tend to compete with students from urban areas, somewhere that where feels like behind us because they are not aware about modern technology. So this is where our app comes in. Shiksha box. Shiksha box. So So this is where I Shiksha works. So our vision is to bridge the gap between urban education, rural education through modern means of technology. Our aim is to provide efficient, affordable, and personalized learning tools to rural area students so that child can be left behind. So let's do one statement. What exactly the problem is? 60% of schools lack digital infrastructure. Because of that, students face many challenges, such as they lack quality of teaching staff, then they have not no good proper material. जसं की अर्बन एरियामध्ये खूप चांगले इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर असतात तसं रुरल एरियामध्ये तेवढं टीचिंग स्टाफ नसतं. दे डोंट हॅव कम्प्युटर्स ऑर प्रोजेक्टर्स फॉर देअर एज्युकेशन पर्पज. सो एक्झॅक्टली हा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. सो सोल्युशन बाय. So our solution is Shiksha Box, a mobile app built specifically for rural learners. Here's what makes it powerful. So in the app we have lightweight. It is a lightweight mobile app. It works even on lowest mobile phones and low internet speed. Secondly, gamified learning. Lessons are taught through games, quizzes, stories, which will make the learning fun. And third is regional language support. So children can learn in their own language for better understanding. Next is AI powered personalization. The app can adapt the learning speed of child. And last is non-academics. The app includes health, hygiene, and life skill modules to ensure the growth and overall development. So in short, Shiksha Box is a next generation learning ecosystem designed for rural India. Now, further we will explain the impact.
The impact is that it empowers children with a modern and fun education. It reduces the rural-urban learning gap, and it gives individual strengths and weaknesses. It is an unique app than the traditional.
Our future path is simple and powerful. First, we will expand Shiksha Box in rural villages and school. Second, we will add more subjects and regional languages so every child can learn in one. Third, we will partner with NGOs, CSR initiatives, and government programs for large impact. And finally, we will provide teacher teaching modules so to strengthen the ecosystem. Shiksha Box is not just an app; it is a movement between equal education and activities. Thank you.
So this will be collaborating tutors the urban landscape.
Yes.
Just provide what they study.
No,
It is not. So you do not open the rural teachers.
We will test them. They are capable of that thing.
What are the best parameters and how do you stay at that?
AI for personalized learning म्हणजे प्रेक्षक स्टुडंटची ट्रॅक करू शकते तो फास्ट अडॅप्ट करतो कुठली गोष्ट कोणत्या सेटमध्ये लिंक घ्यायचं त्यासाठी अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट त्यांचं शेड्यूल की कोणत्या सब्जेक्टमध्ये जास्त इंटरेस्ट आहे आणि किती वेळ असं त्यानुसार we can test for those teachers. This will help our students and we can understand heavily.
Okay. So you said sorry, test for teachers.
Online test.
Online test. Very good. And did we say that the active curriculum is there in schools, right?
Yes, we can.
Thanks for the presentation. No questions. त्याच्या प्रॉब्लेम पहिला थोडासा प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करायचा त्यानंतर मग मी इंडिव्हिज्युअल बेसिसवर ते स्टुडंटचं स्टेटस काय आहे खरोखर प्रॅक्टिकल वाटेल आपण ऑब्विसली आपण ऑब्विस सॉल्व करायचं म्हणतो त्याला त्या प्रॉब्लेमकडे तुम्ही जाऊन बघा ना तुम्ही शिकवा असं स्विमिंग करा असं आपण रूम मध्ये शिकवून असं होतो का नाही मग शेवटी ते जातं पण आता काय आहे प्रॉब्लेम तिथे जाऊन थोडंसं रिलॅक्स की तुम्ही तुमच्याकडे एक प्रॉब्लेम प्रेझेंट आता आहे बरोबर सिच्युएशन त्यांचे प्रॉब्लेम काय तो प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करायचा तुमच्या पर्स्पेक्टिव्ह प्रॉब्लेम नाही सॉल्व्ह करायचा त्यांच्या
मी पण गावाकडनंच येते मी पण शिकायला इथे असते सो आमच्या गावाकडे पण हाच प्रॉब्लेम असतो की टीचिंग स्टाफ एवढा त्याच्याकडे त्यांचं स्वतःकडे टीचिंग स्टाफकडेच तेवढं नॉलेज असतं ते मुलांना काय की ते जेवढं पण लर्निंग मटेरियल असेल किंवा इथे इथे अवेलेबल असेल त्याच्या थ्रू शिकू
काय आहे तो कसा मला अवेअरनेस नाही तुम्ही अजून बघत बघेल नाही
हाय एक्सपिरियन्स
शिक्षण हे दोन गोष्टी एक त्याची आई शाळेत असतो आणि बरेचसे घरी असतो त्या आई वडिलांकडे पण शिक्षण होत असतात पण आई वडील कधी कधी त्याचा पण इफेक्ट असतो ठीक आहे त्याच्या आजारी मुलांना शेतात काम करायचं असतं नाही आपण बेस पण सुरू ठीक आहे जाऊन आणि आपल्या अवस्थी आहे हे सगळं तुमच्या स्किल वापरून आहे त्याचा बेस जो आहे तो प्रॉब्लेमचा बेस कडे एक शब्द मी लिहायच्या जाऊन ऍक्च्युली काय बेस प्रेझेंटेशन मध्ये तो पार्ट बोलताच जो रोल तर तुम्ही आपण जसं कसं आहे सक्सेस you do it 92% spend in the first practice. Really succeed. Studies are like I don't know what vocabulary. Therefore, literally just as a matter of question, what is your vocabulary? I never asked for that. Those are related topics that are that's good, honestly. There are but or Sansa, they will be able to know all solutions.
Thank you.
So good afternoon, myself English students of BA department, and we are having a unique idea about derived vegetables. So Mr. Rijit will continue and explain the idea of how we are doing our business.
So idea is to dehydrate the vegetables. We all know that India is second largest agriculture in the world, but we lose our 30 to 40% product because of the lack of storage, infrastructure, transport, and less access of their product, and farmers face the loss. So we found the rehydrated vegetables idea, and they get a fair price of their product, and it will be change the future of farming and agriculture industry in India.
So there are years of following this farming. Farmers earn less income from selling the vegetables because of the low price. 15 to 20% of vegetables are wasted during the cooking, washing, and spoil. Fresh vegetables last only for 5 weeks. They fresh. So India is and it needs more refrigeration. So India is producing more vegetables than any of the country in the world. But both the farmers and consumers are using. That's why we are innovating we are innovating a business. Next will
That's why found a solution on that. So for solution is similar and the smart. The for a dehydrated vegetable, we use the power of sun for dry vegetable naturally without any use of chemical. Instead of use the 40 to 50 gram of fresh vegetable, we just use 15 to 20 grams dehydrated vegetable for per meal, and 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 we focused on the sustainability. And the best part is add just water for few minutes and just is ready to cook. And we focus, as I said, we focus on the sustainability. So yeah, sustainability, eco-friendly, and the most important is healthy to all.
So how you gauge the nutrient value of dehydrated vegetable? Any tools that we use?
Man, actually using solar energy. With the help of that, our main focus is to target like leafy element of from solar energy. We are dehydrating that, and there is no other preservatives are used for that. So basically, only dehydration of the veggies made simply.
Basically, in vegetable, on an average of 40 to 50, 15 to 20% vegetable are wasted in chopping and washing. But our dehydrated vegetable, there is no need for chopping and washing. There are 100% uses, and the most important is save time, and it is the also the reduce the message of cost of electricity and all. So the next one continued by the city.
Very good.
So this solution creates impact in every direction. It has the website applications in hotel industry, defense sector for marine watches, and also research and snowy beaches, because dehydrated veggies are lightweight, where easy to carry and have long shelf. So they also ensures that farmers get fair prices, and in family, especially the working women, it will be time saving for them also. But our main focus is in food and in mid service to provide this. So the next part will be explain Mr. Ramesh.
Thank you so much. So I will be explaining in short financial structure that how we are given this size. So 7 to 8 kgs of veggies are used to dehydrate with a help of cost of 8 rupees.
And the population now is starts.
Okay. Sure.
Last
we can sold them to 500 to 600 rupees per age. And we sell after starting at 6 months, we will be at the initial stage this business. Ma'am, we are actively working and we are having demo pieces as with us.
Contamination ratio, how do you age?
We are looking for and we are yes.
Excuse this product very effective.
Yeah.
I don't know the very very tasty.
Yes, yes.
Extremely tasty. And the first again came in front of it की मुलं जो उभे उभे तिथे त्याच्या बरेच ऑफर केलं ऑब्विसली टेलिव्हिजन किती करतात पण ते उगवणे बाहेर खाण्यापेक्षा
70% ratio has completion answers.
And so we with the help of their headphone can hold the data.
त्यापेक्षा देखील भरपूर होतं सिरियस सिरियस प्रॉब्लेम सेकंड आपल्याला जो फारसा प्रॉब्लेम आहे तो हा जरी आपण प्रोसेसिंग रिजनचे आपल्याला बोल आहे
आम्ही पाहून भेटत आपण तो प्रोडक्ट घ्यायचा तर हे करण्यापेक्षा एका प्रोडक्ट ते असं
सिरियसली म्हणजे एकदम पेशंट ट्राय केला तिथे मुलांना खाणं हा जो very crunchy and very tasty. I also surprised. The 3 kilo packet was quite reasonable. It is 8 kilo it was.
Also parents.
सगळे प्रॉब्लेम म्हणजे दोन्ही साईडला
एक्सपोर्ट मार्केट पण खूप मोठं आहे यूएस
आपल्या एक्सपोर्टच्या पेक्षा
जर व्हॅल्यू प्रोडक्ट export
sunrise issue is blood drive and sunrise issue is concentration. So yeah, आपल्याला पाऊस पडला तर drive so that is most clearly जे export मध्ये जातात त्यांची criteria इतकी critical आहे की तो product fast नाही तर we must really place it down सर्व high temperatures they can bulk of dehydrated happens.
And this small market कारण का आता आणि आयांना मुलांना शाळेत तू शाळेच्या बाहेर सिरियस माणसं कारणामुळे मी एका बरोबर सिरियसली
खूप जणांना
माहिती आहे सर्वात मला माहिती पण ओपन आहे आणि सेकंडली काम करायला खूप
असं नाही की खूप अवघड प्रोसेस काहीच नाही
पण कसं
department, second-year engineering students.
Today, we all know that water is an absolutely essential part of our lives. We cannot imagine any of our daily activities without water. However, are we really sure about the quality of water we are consuming and utilizing every day? Answer to my question is not very no. So that's where index comes in. It is not just filter, but a filter screen that displays all the right parameters such as TDS, turbidity, pH, and temperature of the water as per our requirement. Because we fully believe that you cannot manage something that you can't measure. Also, lab tests tell you if the water was safe yesterday, but our device tells you if the water is safe right now.
So that is not the major problem faced by India is the impure water, which is various water diseases and industrial problems. The up there nearly about 37 million of people get it due to impure water. Also, is that nearly 1.7 million child sick due to impure water and waterborne disease. So our team had in this, but there is a problem. There is a clearly necessity to fight to access the pure water, but the conditional water source water filter only focus on process filtration that does not provide the unique values of parameter is necessary for the pure water and the system of the necessary minerals that necessary for the human beings. We are trying to introduce a solution hydrides. Hydrides is not just a water purification. Conventional water treatment system which designed for Indian households and industries. We have three parameters: advanced filtration, mineral injection, and introduced hydride.
Advanced filtration is
Actually, I will filter all the minerals. So
it's not recommended. Yes. So what is filtration?
We have been use it is a key feature. This is hardware shows. First, we measure pH from the pH sensor with the what is acidic, basic, or neutral. Second is a temperature sensor, from which you can get the temperature of water and then adjust temperature. Third is gravity sensor, which sends the quantity of water as per our need. And final pH sensor can measure the total amount of solid in the water.
Here are the key features of hydride. Firstly, zero carnage for our product reintroduces essential minerals like magnesium, calcium, zinc in water.
This is our third product where the display which will show the numerical values of the TDS, turbidity, pH, and temperature, and to right, green will show that the water is safe to drink, and red will show that this is not safe to drink.
Market opportunity and targeted audience. So as we know, there are two markets. One is consumer market and another is industrial market. So in consumer market, there is increase in the consciousness about water in many areas such as rural areas, in urban areas, and all the places. So it also increases the income. If we are paying for the water, then we are getting a good variety of water which consists of essential minerals like magnesium, calcium, etc. And another market is industrial market. So industrial market consists of pharmaceutical industries, textile industries, and F&D industries.
So we have three basic models and three basic products. First one is water purifiers, which will be mostly used in households and commercial places. Second one is real-time water monitoring device, which will be mostly used in industries. Also, you can measure tap water, TDS, and all these parameters. And third one will be, it will be in the customized format. So you can get this device in the customized format according to your need. So our revenue model and competitive advantage are, firstly, our revenue streams are three: product sales, subscription model, and third one is our industrial solutions. And unmatched advantage, holistic water health. Beyond purity, we serve the minerals and essential minerals to you. The second one is smart intelligence. Real-time data empowers the users and also the industries. And third one is our dual market focus. Tapping into both users and the industries is very essential. So our vision is healthier and more productive India. We envision a future where in every Indian household there will be a water filter and which will be helpful for them. And the second one is all the industries will work at the good quality of water, which will emphasize and which will drive the essential efficiency and the compliances. So with the team of Hydra Index is always ready for our committed continuous innovation and also the expanding real and
Thanks for presentation. Now question is next starts.
okay. So invest in purity, invest in progress, and buy hydroelectrics.
So you have a prototype ready?
No, we are working on that.
Any cost that you have finalized?
Yes, it will be up to approximately up to 20,000.
And if you only want the water monitoring system externally, so it will cost around 3,000 to 3,500 rupees.
Are you aware of alkaline water purifiers in the market?
Yes, we are aware of that, but many people have like mostly people don't some people don't consider alkaline water purifier. So it's according to need. So we have thought of.
It's a new sort of product for a particular strata of our society, and the purifier starts from 1.5 lakhs onwards.
Purifiers actually this purifier will be normally used in households, so it will be very cost efficient and.
But do you think incorporating minerals separately would be beneficial for a crop?
Yes, obviously, this is the most important thing because normally people, minerals get filtered out. So this is very important.
What about tap water?
Water has hard water. For example, borewell. In many houses, borewell water is used.
No, I'm saying corporation water.
Corporation water, we are also not aware of that. That it consists sometimes microbial bacteria and many more things. So it's also
Microbial staining for this purifier.
Not microbial skin. Microbial skin, but in our filtration, it will be get filtered out. And
how sure are you?
So that's why we are presenting
We have
the
the sensor.
TDS,
Can we get back to
all the
sensor?
parameters. That if it is correct,
You have to have microbial filtration. Otherwise, because any source of water that you take, you don't know the particular size of the fibers, and it has to be an added feature. Then it becomes like a fully holistic product.
yes, we'll work on that.
As you saw the prototype, we have designed on the software. So for we can add 4 sensor and also we can add another sensor if you.
Also, the global market is very high. That is $12 billion. The water purifier market is about $12 billion, and the Indian market is about 12,000 crores. So it is very vast market.
So are there vast options. It has to be a niche product. Very nice. Nicely presented.
So you get again here as the dairy farm will be. See, I'm really not interested in understanding the household dairy. Figures can. Okay. Either there, green, yellow, something.
Sir, so we have added 2 lights. So
the lights are not sufficient. You require one more.
Yeah, we can.
Should be in the border. Yellow, red, green. And if it is red, it should not allow the water to go.
Okay.
Obviously, if पानी आ रहा है और red light दिखा रहा है तो these are all design parts. Like I said, it's a segment that is normally I haven't come across, but suddenly an idea has come up. All buildings have multi floors, so everybody puts a individual vehicle. For you have drinking water coming to the tank. We can make a real good product that can be fitted at the outlet of the tank of the consumption, and वहाँ पे monitoring करना, so that people get drinking water at their tap, and there's a gas meter असतं, ठीक है? किती consumption तर input line ला you can put that meter, only the reader. Okay.
It can fall under community sanitation for different
So
society.
that person or the lady of the house or who is monitoring knows that I am getting this level. Okay, it is since it is a common thing, it is much more cheaper and easier to nurture. And as of now, I don't know any other product existing at this
Yes.
Yes.
We'll definitely add this one more
So if you're
product.
serious, either you do it or I'll copy, I'll give it to somebody. See, these are ideas you have to work on, really. Okay?
And water is a necessity.
Yes.
You can't go without water. I think the more holistic it is going to benefit.
And major cities have a problem now. की आता जसं you were talking about government board, tap boarding. पुन्हा बँगलोर major cities मध्ये टँकर्स येत असतात. ठीक आहे त्याच्यातला आणि ते म्हणजे प्रॉपर प्लॅन्ड टँकर ग्रुप आहे. ठीक आहे, हे डोंट अलाउ द म्युनिसिपालिटी ऑर्डर टू कम इन, ते सगळा बिझनेस त्याच्यावर चालतो. ठीक आहे, तुम्ही तिच्यामध्ये इंटरफेअर करत नाही घ्या, पण पीपल नो द प्रॉब्लेम्स दिसतील आणि तुम्ही कॉमन याच्यावर जर केलं आणि प्रॉपर बिल्डर्स किंवा ज्यांच्या थ्रू हे सोल्युशन घेता येईल, तुम्ही हॅव अ गुड एमसी मिळेल तुम्हाला. ओके, एमसी इज अ बिग बिझनेस. ते ऑलरेडी ते पैसे गोळा केलेले असतात दर महिने वर्षाचे आणि हे घेतलं ते सगळे प्रॉब्लेम सॉर्ट आउट होतील. पण टू मेक अ रिअल गुड प्रॉडक्ट आणि दिस इज अ रिअल म्हणजे काय जोपर्यंत दुसऱ्याच्या कोणाच्याही लक्षात येत नाही तोपर्यंत युट्यूबवर सी द पॅरामीटर्स त्या इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये अशासाठी जाऊ लागलं की ते मॉनिटर करूनच ऑलरेडी वापरतात. पण तिथे त्यांना त्या पॅरामीटरसाठी बघायची या साईडला जी आहे कमर्शियल किंवा रेसिडेन्शियल तिथे त्या मल्टीफ्लोअरचा जो ऍडव्हान्टेज मिळेल तुम्हाला सिंगल मशीनचा, इझी टू मेंटेन, इझी टू मॉनिटर आणि फीचर फॉर द सेलर की जे आता कोणी जेव्हा बिल्डिंगचे फीचर आहे त्याच्यावर कोणी रेडी टू ड्रिंक टॅप वॉटर असं कधी बघितलं आहे का? सो इंट्रोड्यूस दिस टू द सेलर. Think fast.
Yes.
Prototype. Yeah, they're able to be thinking and thinking fast. दोनमध्ये खूप मोठा फरक आहे.
प्रोटोटाइप बनायचं झालं तर 2 वीक मध्ये आम्ही प्रोटोटाइप बनवू शकतो.
कम्युनिटी सॅनिटेशन साठी ते अप्रूव्हच नाही.
डिवायडेशन करा 3 गोष्टींमध्ये. एक सगळेजण एकाच्या मागे लागू करतात. एक तुमचे मार्केटिंग आणि कम्युनिकेशन जे स्ट्रॉंग आहे ते ऑलरेडी तिकडे पुश करायला लागेल. हार्डवेअर बनवायला आणि हे सगळं रेडी आहे. त्याच्यात फार काही इनोव्हेशन नाही. इनोव्हेशन आहे ती रेडी टू ड्रिंक टॅप वॉटर बिल्डिंग मध्ये ते व्हॉल्यूम आहे आणि मोठे मशीन चालतात. Okay, all the best.
Very nicely presented.
Very nice.
And, very good confidence. Please make more of that.
आणि नाव पण चाललंय.
All the best. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
As well as medications, right? But what is India actually famous for? Famous like about technology or medications, cheapest quality में, sorry, cheapest price में best therapeutic quality देता है, right? So, बड़े diseases, for example diabetes हो गए या फिर any kind of chronic conditions, basic symptoms को ignore करने के लिए आते हैं, and we have targeted one of those symptoms, which is nasal congestion. Nasal congestion mucus का form होना, can you no, so basically nasal congestion में mucus जो है वो form होने लग जाता है, जिसकी वजह से हमको discomfort होने लग जाती है for breathing, right? And उसके लिए हम लोग basically क्या use करते हैं, right? Basically हम लोग उसके लिए use करते हैं ये inhalers और Vicks के डब्बा, right? Simple. So ये जो है very effective, 100% it is effective.
but for a very minimal time, 2 to 3 minutes effect हुआ. हम लोगों ने ऐसा डिवाइस लेके आए which will enhance this effect, which will make it useful for more than 6 hours, and that is what is nasal health device. Can you please show it? Yes, it's actually a prototype. Can you please show me this device? No worries, no worries. So as you can see the device, can you just show this slide please? Yeah, thank you. So as you can see this device, right? इसके जो ऊपर के दोनों sections है, उसमें हम लोग formulation input करते हैं, insert करते हैं, then it is placed directly to your nasal area. Can you show that how is it placed? So it's simply placed over here. और हमारे body में एक particular certain amount का heat generate होता है, right? उस particular heat generation के वजह से ये जो formulations है ये evaporate होने लग जाएंगे and your mucus को degrade करने लग जाएंगे. Specifically टीम ने ऐसा चाहती है कि ये आप mostly रात के time पे use करें. Why? Because रात में हमारी बॉडी में हिस्टामिन का लेवल काफी ज्यादा रहता है. इसकी वजह से आप लोगों ने देखा रहेगा कि रात में हमारा नाक बंद पड़ना शुरू होता है बट सुबह तक कंप्लीट ब्लॉक हो जाता है, राइट? इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ हिस्टामिन. सो रात के टाइम पे आप इसको लगाकर सोते हो तो देन इट इज कंफर्टेबल. सेकेंडली दिस इज मेड अप ऑफ मटेरियल्स लाइक पेटजी, पीएलए, जो कि इसको काफी ज्यादा फ्लेक्सिबल बनाता है. बट इन फ्यूचर हम लोग इसको सिलिकॉन मेड बनाना चाहते हैं बिकॉज इट शुड मैच विथ योर टेम्परेचर एज वेल एज इट शुड बी बैलेंस्ड. ये ट्रांसपेरेंट रहेगा इसलिए नाक में जब लगेगा इनडायरेक्टली आप देख सकते हो इट वुड बी दैट मच विजिबल. ओके, कैन यू शो मी द materials please? Right. So as you can see, this is the material and this is the size and dimensions of it. Okay, next slide. So this is the directions, very simple directions. One is on back, insert, breathe, and start. Simple. Now, as I said earlier, about the histamine factor. Histamine is normally released in the circular cardiac medium and at night it is increased in a lot more quantity. And secondly, it is like your goggles. अगर आप लोग चश्मा पहनते हो तो आपको पता है कि एक बार लगाने के बाद हम खुद भूल जाते हैं कि आप लोगों ने चश्मा लगाया है. This would be same like that. And now अगर हम लोगों ने इसकी pitching के बारे में बात की है तो we have pitched it over in IIT, MIT Pune, and MIMS Mumbai colleges, and they have also given us kind of few ideas which we could use for this.